place, we invite you just to close your eyes, relax, rest in the presence, and hold space.
Ganapataye namo namaha. Ganapataye namo namaha. Ganapataye namo namaha. Jai Ganesha Gananatha Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamare. Jai Ganesha Gananatha Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamare. Ganapataye namo namaha. 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 Omega Dantaya Vidmahi Vakrajandaya Dhimahi Tanno Danti Prachodayat. Ganapataye namo namaha. 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 Jai Ganesha Gananatha Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamare. Jai Ganesha Gananatha Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamare. Ganapataye namo namaha. 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 Om Vakratundaya Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvigyam Kuru Me Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Jai Ganesha Gananata Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamari. Jai Ganesha Gananata Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamari. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Ganapataye Namo Ganapataye Namo Namaha. Suklam Bharadram Vishnu Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Sarvavignyopashantaye. Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha. 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 Jai Ganesha Gananata Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamari. Jai Ganesha Gananata Dayaniti Sakala Vignya Karadura Hamari. Ganapataye Namo Namaha. 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 Ganapataye Namo Namaha.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome to our weekly online satsang. Satsang being a Sanskrit word that means literally community of truth. A more relaxed understanding would be a spiritual community where there are two or more people on the path of awakening and the flowering of their hearts who come together to share their journey, to share their presence, to share their challenges, their strengths. It's an essential part of the spiritual path to find others that are on the journey of awakening and connect with them, join with them. So, glad you're here. The Flowering Heart Satsang isn't anything with a formal membership. It's not like that. What brings us together is our flowering hearts and our journey of awakening. We come from different teachers, different teachings, different places all over the world, other continents, and it's one of the beautiful things about the internet. There are a lot of things that aren't beautiful about the internet, but one that really is that we can transcend distances, geopolitical boundaries, and connect together around the world with others whose hearts are flowering, who are awakening. Please, if you're on Facebook Live watching this, whether you're doing it live with us or you're watching this in the days and weeks that follow, give us a like or a love, a heart or a thumbs up, because I like to go back in and see who watches these things later tonight, tomorrow, throughout the next week, before next Monday especially. And actually most of the people that tune in to this satsang from various places in the world have such diverse responsibilities and schedules and timing that far more watch between now and next Monday than are actually able to join us sometimes live. But I'm glad you're here. That's important. So, announcements. I've mentioned that we're starting a book club and a centering prayer group. And this coming Sunday, January 28th, at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, we have our monthly interfaith communion with the Cosmic Christ. The Cosmic Christ is simply that aspect of the divine that dwells within us, at the center of our being, as a presence of pure love and pure grace. Many, many people these days have a very natural sense of the heart path and of Christ consciousness on some level, but don't relate to the religion, Christianity, for so many reasons. So these interfaith communions are an opportunity for those that feel a connection to God within, the Paramatma, the Cosmic Christ within, to share and experience that presence of amazing love and healing. Every aspect of the divine has its own flavor. And the Christ is one of pure love. So you can come and join us, and we don't care what faith tradition you come from, what faith you hold or don't hold. Just join with us in invoking the presence of the Cosmic Christ and experiencing that beautiful presence, which has its own really unique flavor. We do that on the last Sunday of every month. This month, the subject or the focus of our meditation is going to be an introduction to centering prayer. Very timely, because this will help prepare you for the launch of our new book club and centering prayer group, which will be happening early to mid-February. It's going to be happening on Sunday afternoons at 2 p.m. Eastern Time here in the U.S. And you can join us in person, which would be the most ideal way. Come here to Flowering Heart Center and be with us. But we know many people can't. And so we're going to also be opening it up to Zoom Live. So we'll have a number of people joining us from their own locations who can't journey here to Flowering Heart Center every Sunday afternoon at 2. Also, the recording will be up there. So if you happen to miss a particular week or a particular session, you can always go in afterwards and hear what people sharing in their comments. The book club is going to be focused on Christian mysticism, meditation, and contemplative prayer. And the first book we're going to be using is Open Mind, Open Heart by Thomas Keating, who was one of my mentors over the years, from whom I learned centering prayer initially. 35 years ago at least. I've lost count, but it was a long time ago. And an amazing, enlightened Christian mystic, monk, Trappist monk and abbot, who was a dear close friend of Thich Nhat Hanh, the rather well-known Zen master who just passed on recently. And Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche, who founded Shambhala and the Buddhist community in Boulder, Colorado, helped bring Tibetan Buddhism to North America, and so many others. Thomas had the ability to cross boundaries and speak to an enlightened Zen master or an enlightened Tibetan master about Christ, and they could completely understand. They could talk about eternal life, and their disciples would be sitting there scratching their heads. You know, how can Trungpa even carry on this conversation with Keating? But once you're awakened, the concepts and the terminology are secondary. There's the direct reality of awakened consciousness. Anyway, the centering.
Show them the book.
I will. Centering prayer is one of those streams, a movement that transcends all religious ideologies, really. And I've sat in centering prayer groups with Buddhist monks, Indian swamis, Tibetan monks, and all doing this very, very simple practice that takes you very, very deep into the heart, beyond thoughts, beyond words, beyond feelings, beyond specific acts of will. You'll love it. Well, I'm saying that. I'm sure you will. It's going to be on a love offering basis. So if you're interested, please email me, Michael, at floweringheart.org, so I can make sure to get you on the list. And if you want to get the first book we're going to use is this, Open Mind, Open Heart. And we've got some others that we'll probably dip in after this, but this is going to be just a great introduction to contemplative mystical prayer and to the centering prayer method that leads to infused contemplation. Anyway, you can get this on Amazon, and make sure that you get the 20th anniversary edition, which was published in 2006. The first edition of Open Mind, Open Heart, which was lovely, was published in 1986. And in this 20th anniversary edition, there's certain rearranging of chapters and material and additions. So that you're on the same page with the book club, you want to get this one. Having said that, this is what the new cover looks like. There are older covers for the 2006 version, and that's probably just fine. But if you just want to be on the same page, so to speak, just go to Amazon, type in Open Mind, Open Heart, and you'll see this one pop right up with this bright, colorful cover. And so Sunday is going to be an introduction to centering prayer, where we're actually going to do it together. And so it's a great way to get started and prepare you for the launch of the Centering Prayer Group in February in the book club. I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so please join us. I think it's going to be the beginning of something very deep and lovely. And I'm excited that it's come around after all these years. we do many things. We're not quitting. We'll do more Diamond Heart quantum workshops, I'm sure, and I will never stop teaching Taoist internal alchemy and Qigong and meditation. It's been my practice for over 50 years. But centering prayer has also been my core form of prayer for around 40 years now, going on 40 years. So check it out, see what it's all about. Okay. What we like to do in these satsangs, after we get through all those announcements, is open it to questions and answers on the spiritual journey, on awakening, on divine union, on meditation, on whatever questions you might have where you'd like more clarity and more insight. When you ask a question within a satsang like this, or in our in-person satsangs on Wednesday night here at Flowering Heart Center, it seems to always move the divine to pour out inspiration, insight, and clarity. And everyone benefits from it, because while all of our journeys are unique, they're all parallel. We go through certain similar experiences as part of the journey of transformation. So everyone benefits from your challenges and your questions. So look inside and ask if there might be something that you could throw out there to inspire the discussion tonight. There was something else, it came right through and left. Hopefully it'll come back again. The Flowering Heart Blessing. One of the distinctions of our satsang is that we share a spiritual transmission called the Flowering Heart Blessing, something that the divine gave us, and it's just been such a lovely gift. Suzanne and I have worked with many different forms of consciousness and energy transmission over many decades, and this one, the divine revealed to us and told us to start sharing about 8 years ago. And it's a gift of pure grace, directly from divine source. So it transcends any particular religious group or ideology. It's just directly from the heart of the divine to you, to catalyze the process of awakening, to melt blocks to awakening, and to take us deeper and deeper and deeper, because awakening is not a destination. It's an ongoing, eternal journey of expansion. So you're soaking in it right now. You might as well join us, because once you've received, and that's another thing about it, the divine showed us that when someone receives the Flowering Heart Blessing, they're instantly initiated and activated to be able to pass it on themselves. So if you enjoy this presence, this energy, this consciousness, then just invite the divine. Just take the intent that the divine can flow through you with the blessing, and we'll continue to send it to you and to everyone else in the satsang. And we hold an intention for anyone that will watch this video ongoing for as long as it lasts. Years and years, we hope. Okay? So while you're considering these catalytic questions, I like to share a few quotes to give us a little time to consider. I draw these from articles on a website called inspiringquotes.com, where a group of authors teaches really relevant brief articles of just a few paragraphs, and then lists of quotes from inspiring and inspired people from throughout history. And this one was written by Nicole Villanueva, a writer, thrift store lover, another one, and group chat meme spammer based in Ontario, Canada. And we thank you, Nicole, for this lovely article on 15 quotes that get to the heart of Buddhism. And here's what she has to say. Buddhism is rooted in the teachings of Siddhartha Gautama, more commonly known as the Buddha, one of the most influential spiritual thinkers in history. The essence of Buddhism centers on the Four Noble Truths: the truth of suffering's existence, the truth that suffering is rooted in desires and attachments, the truth that suffering has an end, and the truth of the enlightened path that leads to suffering's end. These principles help delineate the transient nature of existence and the interdependence of all things. And together their aim is to help cultivate compassion, empathy, mindfulness, and mental discipline. Another core principle of Buddhism is living in nonviolent and compassionate coexistence with all beings. Like much of Buddha's wisdom, these core values transcend religious boundaries. Their insight can apply to anyone looking for a more grounded and fulfilling life. This selection of quotes highlights some of the core tenets of Buddhism, which may be viewed not as strict rules, but rather as universal guidelines for finding inner peace, reducing unhealthy attachments, and fostering a more harmonious existence, regardless of our spiritual beliefs. That's why the monk Thomas Keating got along so well with all these Buddhist masters, because the principles that we're working with in the path of awakening and liberation transcends all religious boundaries. So here are the quotes that Nicole picked out to illustrate the heart of Buddhism. First of all, conquer anger with love, evil with good, meanness with generosity, and lies with truth. Gautama Buddha himself said that. The miracle is not to walk on water. The miracle is to walk on the green earth in the present moment, to appreciate the peace and beauty that are available now. Thich Nhat Hanh, the good friend of Thomas Keating. Let your body relax and your heart soften. Open to whatever you experience without fighting. Let go of the battle. Breathe quietly and let it be. Jack Kornfield. If the mind can stay with itself and not go out looking for things to criticize or latch onto, it can maintain a natural form of stillness. Upasika ki Nayana. Forgive me if the pronunciation was way off. Please guide all beings from this swamp of cyclic existence. Padmasambhava. Intention is the core of all conscious life. It is our intentions that help others, our intentions that lead us away from the delusions of individuality toward the immutable verities of enlightened awareness. Conscious intention colors and moves everything. Xing Yun. To be attached to one's own happiness is a barrier to the true and perfect path. To cherish others is the source of every admirable quality known. Tsongkhapa. See everyone as a Buddha. This purifies the mind of ignorance and arrogance. Master Beck. The essence of our experience is change. Change is incessant. Moment by moment, life flows by and it is never the same. Perpetual alteration is the essence of the perpetual universe. Bhante Hinapola Gunaratana. I'm sorry. Best I can do. Wisdom is born of meditation. Without meditation, wisdom is lost. Gautama Buddha. Mindfulness is a mental activity that in due course eliminates all suffering. Ayakima. When we fall on the ground, it hurts us. But we also need to rely on the ground to get back up. Kathleen MacDonald. Wisdom does not mean knowledge, but experiential understanding. Wisdom helps you to change radically your habits and perceptions as you discover the constantly changing, interconnected nature of the whole of existence. Martine Batchelor. We have more possibilities available in each moment than we realize. Thich Nhat Hanh. All material form should be seen as it actually is with proper wisdom. Thus, this is not mine. This I am not. This is not myself. Gautama Buddha. Thank you, Nicole. So, what do we have? Hello, everybody. Thanks for the hellos, the namastes, the hearts, the love and the blessings and light. Good to see all of you. Yes, and Moreya asked, another Venezuelan here? Are you Julio? And Julio answers, yes. Nice. And yet Katerina weighs in, a Mexican here. Hi Julio, I'm Venezuelan living in Bogota. Yeah, we have some delightful friends. I have all through the years from Venezuela.
Love bubbles.
I know, I see that. And also Mexico. I've lived in South America, I've lived in Mexico, and Suzanne and I both have had a special relationship with Hispanic culture all of our adult lives. You know, so great having you here. Yep. All righty. Let's see. What I didn't, the only question I saw is, are you from Venezuela too? Let's see. Well, got anything on your mind? I try to keep mine clear, which is why I'm sort of counting on you to throw out those challenging questions.
Yeah, I'd like to share something.
Go ahead.
We have a closet in a guest bedroom that was packed, and I hadn't paid any attention to it in probably over 10 years. And I decided to go ahead and start working on it. I just chipped away at it a little bit. It's like an archaeological dig, and took me about a week and a half getting to it whenever I could, an hour, 2 hours a day. And as I'm going through it, I just took the time and really processed everything that I was going through, the paperwork, my children's school photos and art projects that they did, and paperwork that I didn't need anymore that was just stored in there. And so it was really a journey to go through this closet. And part of the process, I started contemplating abundance. You know, when we think of abundance, we think material, you know, monetary, and possessions. And I started going deeper in the heart and contemplating, what does abundance mean to me? And I looked around at all the things that we have in our house, and we are abundant in like too much. We need to get rid of some stuff. But this process has been unfolding in me, seeing a deeper appreciation for different types of abundance. And I have, you know, an abundance of family and friends and people that I love and that love me. And I have an abundance of time, so that I can, you know, bring food to our elderly, to cook and bring food to our elderly friends and spend time with them, and just a different perspective. I've really been going deeper on what abundance means in my life, and it's been a nice meditation. It's been a very nice meditation, because sometimes we're just so caught up in the day-to-day of, you know, I've got to pay this bill and I need this much money in the account, and all of these, you know, things that keep us distracted from looking at what we really have in our lives. So it's been a good meditation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's similar to what's happening in meditation when we're clearing, unloading the unconscious.
Right.
Only this stuff's actually in a closet.
Yeah.
Spread all over our house. When you said we have too much, I was thinking, can you have too many Buddhas? Too many statues of Ganesh and Kuan Yin and Lu Dongbin, and this place is, yeah. This temple is filled with a lot of wonderful things. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mostly, and most wonderful, is the presence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So be
abundance
conscious
of presence, abundance of connection with the divine, abundance of being able to smile at people when I'm going through a store or a parking lot and really connect. And I've been noticing lately too, there's more of an abundance of people that want to make eye contact and just really smile. And it's abundance of love and heart energy, and yeah.
So Yekaterina said, just what I need to hear. And More said, beautiful, Suzanne Champlin. And Anna writes, thank you for the injection of gratitude. And Julio writes, what Suzanne is talking about is that abundance does not refer to possessions, but rather to a state of consciousness.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you. It's a new addition to my meditation. It's great.
And my Taoist master, the master of the beginning of my journey, always said that whatever you need is right there. Somewhere. I mean, right around you. It's right there with you if you can just see it. Mm-hmm. And that's where awareness comes in, because truly we're lacking nothing. And if it seems that we're not seeing that hidden spring, you know, or it's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, honey. What else? You're on a roll.
I'm on a roll. Yeah. That's been my meditation for the week. It's a couple weeks. And it just took me cleaning out years. I was getting rid of paperwork from 2006. So when I say an archaeological dig, I really, really meant it.
More writes, what else can we ask for? Evidently, whatever your heart desires. You know, back to the Buddhist thing, it is true that suffering is rooted in desires and attachments, but desire in itself is not the error, it's craving. And that's where attachment comes in. I desire enlightenment, but if I crave it, then it'll just cause destruction. And so what Buddha, I think, should have been translated as saying is that craving and attachment are the root of all suffering. So go ahead and listen to your heart's desire and ask. And Jesus was very clear. He said, whatever things you desire, when you pray, believe you have received them and you'll have them. It's like, whatever you desire, pray and ask. Something happens if the desire is unclear, out of balance, impure. In the act of bringing that into the presence in prayer, we see it and we can release it. But
No, that's another abundance of prayer. Taking the time to pray for the planet, for people, for our leaders, for, all different levels of society, because the planet needs a lot of prayer right now. So adding that to my abundance list.
And especially pray and ask for abundance of personal communion with presence, and to be filled with the presence, for your home to be filled with your presence, for everywhere you go, because the presence is really all there is. Everything is a dream existing in the presence, and apart from the presence, we have nothing and can do nothing. In the presence, we have everything. So Maury said, it is enough with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much gratitude is it. There's a little book. I don't know if we'll get into it. We might. I often recommend it to people that are new on the mystical path, called Practicing the Presence of God by Brother Lawrence. And Brother Lawrence really wanted to be a monk, but it didn't really work out. He was just some peasant that anyway, got the monks to let him work at the monastery. He washed dishes, he became a cobbler, he did all this practical, he just loved it because he discovered a secret. It didn't matter that he didn't get to put on the monk's robes and chant in Latin and all of that. He discovered, practicing the presence of God, that while he was repairing shoes, while he was washing dishes, he simply turned his heart and his awareness to the presence of God. And whenever his practice was, whenever he forgot the presence, to just return. And so it's that simple. Just whenever you notice you've forgotten, keep returning your attention and your intention to be in the presence, to connect with the presence. And he became, well, I want to say real enlightened. I don't know if they ever designated him that way, but I am. Okay. So anyway, it's a great little book. It's very thin, Practicing the Presence of God. And it's something you can do anywhere all the time. Just remember the presence, and everything shifts, everything changes, and you can do it in the midst of any activity. No matter how noisy and distracting you may think it is, just bring the presence in. Yeah. So anything else? I think it's time.
Okay.
Indeed. So, if you would, if you haven't already, go ahead and close your eyes and invoke the divine presence in your heart of hearts. You see, deep within you, at the center of your being, is the divine itself. And as Rumi put it, you're not just a drop of the ocean. It's not just a drop of the ocean of God that's in you. You are the entire ocean in a drop. The whole universe is inside of you, and the divine itself. And this divine presence is the most powerful being in the universe. We can even say it's the only being in the universe. It is pure, love. And whatever gave you the idea that there was a distance between you and the divine, that was wrong. We've all been exposed to improper religious teaching that made us feel that we needed to live up to some huge standard, jump through all kinds of hoops, measure up in order to experience direct connection and union with the divine source. And that's just not true. This divine presence loves you exactly as you are. It yearns to take you in its loving embrace and draw you into the center, into oneness with itself and all that exists. It's a pure gift. It's not earned. It's not deserved, unless you get that we all deserve it. So open your heart. Invite the presence to take you home, to embrace you, to awaken you, to free you from the illusion of separation and duality and suffering, to bring you into the joy, the bliss, the peace of divine. This presence will flood your spirit with light, will flood your soul with inspiration to clear away all the tapes and all the negative programming and wrong thinking and replace it with divinely inspired understanding, clarity, ideas. It will shine out through your body to bring healing from all physical disease and suffering into your relationships, to set them right, to bring healing to them, to shine out from the center of your being right out into the world, to touch the lives of countless people, to bring transformation to this world. All you need to do is consent and receive. Drink it in. Soak it up. translucent, so filled with life and consciousness, so in need of healing. Let us hold a strong intention together for the presence to bring healing to this beautiful, living planet Earth, to bring balance to the elements, the climate, the relationships between the Earth and all the beings inhabiting it, to fill the Earth with love and light and peace. Buddha said, overcome anger with love. Christ said through the apostle that perfect love, the love of the divine, melts away, washes away fear. Let us hold a strong intention together for the presence to melt away anger and fear and violence from the hearts of all humanity, to cause them to flower with divine consciousness. To flood all the places on earth where there's anger, where there's fear, where there's violence, to melt all of that away and flood it with love, light, peace, and joy. Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Now you can relax your hands. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and begin to make direct eye contact with Suzanne and or me. Just keep gazing at least one of our eyes. There's nothing else for you to do, just connect. As we dive into the light meditation, Suzanne and I are flooded with oceans of light, love, grace, pours every fiber of our being, especially through our eyes. This meditating as long as it feels nice to you. And, or, lie down in Shavasana. Shavasana is a yoga pose, actually, that is to just find a comfortable place to lie on your back, with your eyes closed, your arms loosely at your sides, and the palms open, turned upward, and just dissolve in the presence and gratitude. We love you very much.
Much love, light, and blessings.
Until we meet again, know that the divine in us beholds the divine in you. And we bow to you.
Namaste.